Okay, to the subscriber who asked me to pull up P Diddy's chart for his sentencing October 3rd, 2025. I wish I had never dipped my toes into the Illuminati, because that's what it literally feels like. I'll never do this again on this individual. I know I've talked about P Diddy before, but his chart's dark. What a great way for an introduction of a video, isn't it? I'm just preparing you. Pluto square aligning for Diddy 2026-2027 is all about forced transformation. It's forced. There's no way of getting out of it, no matter where he is, whether he's out of jail or prison or he's in prison. It doesn't matter. It's forced. Remember that, forced. Now, I understand that he was not convicted of trafficking, but rather guilty of transportation under the Mann Act, right? Under the Mann Act. I think he is going to get the lesser sentence, all right? The astrology does point to a sentence, but lesser. On October 3rd, 2025, Mercury will be in Scorpio. And this is all about judgment being delivered and actually a decisive verdict that could go in his favor, could go out of his favor, because decisive. That word, decisive. However, he does not have a very strong Jupiterian protection around him on the 3rd, but that doesn't really mean anything, honestly. It kind of does, but doesn't. It's not like significant in his chart either way. It's not going to help him because he's got 0 orbs with no wiggle room when it comes to protection. I believe, based off of the astrology, time served, credit, 1 year sentencing could be at 21 to 27 months. Looking at maybe facing 2 to 5 years based on the astrology, or even a pardon. I don't think he's going to get a pardon from Trump. But you know, Trump is very wishy-washy, so I can't rule it out. Neither can you, because you know I ain't lying. He's wishy-washy. Trump is. I had said in my prior video 10 years max, but I felt like he would get 1 to 2 years, maybe time served. But the astrology is coming up 2 to 5 years, so that's possible. I'm thinking more like 2 years, if that, to be honest. I'd be shocked if he got more than 2, but he could. Now, when I pulled cards, I did get 6 of Cups in reverse, and I got the Chariot, those two together. Now, 6 of Cups is my child card. It's in reverse, not good. Look it up if you want to know more about the 6 of Cups in reverse, because I need to be careful how I speak on things in pertaining to P Diddy. Now, the Chariot would be more of a vehicle. Planes, trains, automobiles would fall underneath the Chariot moving forward. It's or my airplane or my jet card, okay? These two cards come out together. It's concerning. I feel like this is something that may come out later, though. Possibly jets used to exploit victims, or maybe there were no victims on the jet. I don't know, but that's irrelevant to that. Misuse of private aircraft is possible. So again, he's already been found guilty of transportation, which are adjacent to trafficking. Even though he has not been charged with the trafficking, it is adjacent to that. Now, a possible release date for Diddy showed up as March 2026 until March 2027 is alleged. Now, that's not what my intuition is telling me, right? But the astrology is saying that. I think he could get out, really, he could get out anywhere from October 3rd on to like 2 years. So I think it's possible that he will get some time, but it's going to be very short. Okay. Now, between August 10th, 2025 until his sentencing date, October 3rd, if I were Diddy, I'm just saying, I would not keep my eye off anyone there. I would not drop the soap on the rope, because his charts indicate attack, vicious attack. Areas affected would be the spleen and the stomach area, okay? The intestinal areas. Stomach, spleen, whatnot. Would not keep my eyes off anyone. I'm not saying be paranoid, but yeah, I'd be paranoid as shit if I had his chart. He's at 0 orbs, just really impacting him. It's bringing that forced, almost, it's karmic debt, but it's almost unavoidable. Even if he were to get out of prison, it's not avoidable. He's not protected like that. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's why he doesn't have strong Jupiterian protection. It rings true even if he's out of prison with security, because somebody in his inner circle could turn on him, because money talks. All right, I'm saying that charts indicate that. I don't know. I'm not a judge. I wasn't there. But I'm telling you what he could be facing, and it's death, right? If it's not a physical death, which I believe it could be an emotional ego death where he loses power. But I don't see that with him. I feel like if he got out, he wouldn't lose complete power, but somebody would want to silence him more likely. And so between now and the time he goes to court for his sentencing is very crucial for him to be cautious, because again, I mean, if I had female guards watching me, I wouldn't care. Or this chart it doesn't matter, even though I think it's going to be men. I actually, it could be more than one man. It could be multiple men attacking him. So it reminds me almost of Epstein, but I think this would be actual hands-on, and it would be more graphic. So again, it's alleged, but charts indicate that. Now, if he gets out after October 3rd, 2026, 2020, actually the whole year of 2026 is tide orbs. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes, because that's also showing attack for him. Inner circle being paid off to do something. We get it up into 2027, if he can survive, then things kind of slowly unwind for him, right? He probably would just go into exile or just stay to himself at that point, right? But the charts indicate something could happen to this guy. I have never seen, and I wish I had never looked at it. And my friend was like, "You sure you want to do this?" And I was like, "Yeah, do it." The Mundane chart indicates transformation. And again, if it's not ego, it could be physical. It could definitely be physical. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but with the Six of Cups and the Chariot, there could be a younger person coming forward who has some type of proof, or this could be a false claim, or it could be a legit claim that jets were used to exploit this person. I don't necessarily believe it's going to be Usher, or Bieber. It could be someone new. It could be someone completely out of the spectrum that comes to light. I don't think it's going to be Bieber or Usher. However, it could be. It could be. But I think not. I don't know. I don't feel that these two are going to, I think they're out of the loop for now. But who knows? It could be one of those two individuals, but I feel like someone new might try to come out and say something about this. I don't know, though. And also, I kept hearing the word repeat. Now, I know that offenders are repeat offenders when they get out on the streets. Now, either he's going to repent, or he is going to repeat. Hopefully he wouldn't repeat. He would learn his lesson. I don't know the guy. I hope he would learn his lesson, right? He would learn not to, whatever he's done in the past. But if he does repeat, that could cost him his life as well, is what I'm saying. That could cause him his literal life. But that's all I got to say about this chart. It was not something that I was expecting. He is looking at having to dodge the bullet all the way into 2027, especially the next 4 to 5 months are crucial for him, for his safety. All right, guys, I'm done speaking on this.